in conclusion, stay away from drugs unless you're ready to see some demons.
Just a warning to all those who are thinking about reading these books or books that are similar to this.
It's Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas.
There's going to be spoilers.
Great talk learned.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Dante, Drugs, and Demons, an analysis of the final fight of Throne of Glass. Okay, so to recap the final battle, Selena and her opponent, Cain, who is the bad guy, his name is literally Cain, have just defeated their opponents in the semifinals of the duel, and now they're about to go in one-on-one combat. But they give both of them like a goblet to drink, a well-wishing wine or whatever, right before the battle. But Selena's has poison in it, because obviously she would just win easily if she wasn't poisoned beforehand. So they have this massive fight, and she starts going completely delirious, starts having hallucinations, and Cain starts just absolutely beating her. And while she's hallucinating, she starts to see all these demons, and like they're flying through the air, and they're clawing at her, and they all seem to be like coming out of Cain, or like, out of this portal behind Cain. When finally, just when all hope seems lost, Princess Nehemia comes through and casts some like word magic, and basically causes the goddess Elena to come and shine her golden shield through and blast away all the demons in her hallucination, while simultaneously curing the poison. And then Selena is able to take over and finally win once she is no longer encumbered. The battle looks something like this. You had Selena, after drinking the poison, really just flopped. You see, this is what everyone else was seeing. In her mind, she's being attacked by demons, but she's really just flopping on the floor. But afterwards, she comes through and absolutely just demolishes Cain. So we're looking into some of the religious and mythological symbolism that I guarantee Sarah did not put in here. So I went and looked into her background here, pulled up her Wikipedia here. It turns out she minored in religious studies at Hamilton College. So I went in and I found the Hamilton syllabus for getting a minor in religious studies, and found you have to take this Imagining Religions class, which includes interpreting religions in a wide variety of ways, and an interdisciplinary interpretive project, which, well, I mean, she majored in creative writing and this, so obviously her interdisciplinary interpretive project was this book, drawing upon the text and images. And I will look at some of those. So, see, these are some of the characters I think she was drawing inspiration from. So Faustus obviously is the inspiration for Cain. You could easily imagine Cain in the scene where he's down there in the dungeons summoning this demon, just as Faustus is, summoning Mephistopheles. I think she might have been looking at either Greek or Shinto religions when she's pulling out this idea of Elena, this like sun goddess who shows up with the shield. In Japanese Shinto, you have Amaterasu, who's this just like shining goddess with a golden shield, and same thing with Athena or Minerva, always carries this like golden shield. And then I like to think of Selena as like an Artemis type character. She's literally in the book given this bow and arrow by the child, and in addition to a bow and arrow, Artemis also likes to dual wield knives. Going into some of the demonic imagery of this battle, she literally named the villain Cain. Like this is just so obvious. I think in her religious studies classes, she was looking at some of these paintings or something like this. You can easily imagine, this image of God coming and like casting away Cain is literally just like Elena showing up in the hallucination and scaring away the demons. In the battle, they talk about how Cain is literally paralyzed, like he can't like fight back anymore, while Selena is coming back, from her debilitation. So
The bitch slap him.
Yeah, kind of. But like you can see, like in the middle one here, this is literally the story here. On the left side of the panel, you've got Selena and Cain, like sharing their drink, and then Cain starts beating Selena to the ground, and then God or Elena comes through and scares away Cain, giving Selena just enough time to recoup herself and establish victory. And this image over here with the flying demons behind Cain is how I imagine the Cain in the book kind of looked like to Selena as she's flopping on the ground like a fish.
No, Abel died, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. But maybe the goddess Elena is a little bit more powerful. So this is interesting. She clearly would have read about Dante in some of these courses, and this drawing over here on the left is talking about the Mellibranche, which are these flying demons, which literally translates to evil claws, much like the Ritterak, and as Cain is described as having these massive claws, and they protect the eighth circle of hell. And we got this other image that I like to imagine she saw, more like Jesus or Elena type character, shoving away the demons at the last second and saving.
Jesus has a nice ass in that picture.
Mm-hmm. And finally, I think we need to look into some of the hallucinogenics that were used in this. She talks about this blood vein, which is the actual drug that she was given, which causes these hallucinations to occur. And what she also mentions in the book may have contributed to the formation of the whole religion and religious structure that they have for their whole culture. And so I've got some examples here of in Hindu culture, they've got literally in their holy books, they talk about not only drinking soma, but fighting a massive war between the Devas and Asuras, and getting this soma, which is basically this hallucinogenic mushroom-derived drug. In Mesoamerican societies, they use psilocybin, and even in in popular culture, we know that the oracles of Delphi were probably just sitting over methane vents. So I think she learned some of this in school and brought it into her books, as far as this idea of creating a culture, creating a religion, or creating these types of experiences from hallucinogens. So, in conclusion, yeah, these are the sources that I think she's pulling from in creating these characters. Selena, she acts as an Artemis character or an Abel type character, but the last second becomes Perseus, as she's handed the shield by Elena, who acts as the Minerva and Athena to her Perseus. And Cain is literally just Cain. It's literally just Cain. I like the Faustus idea there too. But in conclusion, stay away from drugs unless you're ready to see some demons. And I put this little Twitter in here because I thought it was really funny. I can't stop thinking about people that first ate mushrooms they found and just had to go through trial and error like this. This one tastes like beef. This one killed Brian immediately. And this one makes you see God for a week. And that's it.
That was great.
Yeah, that was.
I want to read this book now. This seems like a good book.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell for the notifications.